What does life feel like in a place where nature stretches for miles and kindness is a way of life? Welcome to Canada, a country so vast it holds 6 time zones, more lakes than the rest of the world combined, and some of the friendliest people you'll ever meet. Whether you dream of paddling through quiet forests, skating across frozen lakes, or tasting maple syrup straight from the tree, Canada offers something for every kind of explorer. In this video, we'll travel through bustling cities and peaceful national parks. We'll see towering mountains, watch snowy adventures unfold, and discover what everyday life is like in this amazing country. You'll hear about its foods, festivals, wildlife, and what makes Canadians so unique. So if you're ready for a journey across one of Earth's most beautiful countries, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop your favorite part in the comments below. Let's explore Canada together. Did you know Canada is the 2nd largest country in the world, right after Russia? It's so big you could fit the entire United Kingdom inside Canada over 40 times. Canadians love their maple syrup, producing over 70% of the world's supply, mostly in Quebec, which taps over 11 million maple trees every spring. The town of Churchill in Manitoba is even called the polar bear capital of the world. Look out for funny-sounding money too. A loonie is a $1 coin, and a toonie is worth 2. Canada also has 2 official languages, English and French, and its national sports are both hockey and lacrosse. Canada's landscape is like a giant outdoor playground, full of variety and surprises. In the west, you'll find the Rocky Mountains, standing tall with snowy peaks and alpine forests. Head to the center, and the land stretches out into wide prairies where golden fields meet endless skies. Along its long coastlines, especially in the east and west, you'll see rugged cliffs, peaceful beaches, and fishing villages. And up north? It's the Arctic tundra, cold, quiet, and home to polar bears and caribou. Canada also spans 6 time zones, from Newfoundland time, UTC 3:30, in the east to Pacific time, UTC 8, in the west. So it can be morning in one place and late afternoon in another. It's home to the Great Lakes, which together hold about 21% of the world's surface fresh water. So big, they look more like oceans than lakes. The weather is just as wild. Winters can be freezing, especially in the north, but summers are sunny and warm, perfect for exploring forests, lakes, and city parks. Canada is bursting with wild, natural beauty, and the animals here are just as incredible as the landscapes. You might spot a towering moose in the woods, a busy beaver building a dam, or even a powerful grizzly bear wandering through the mountains. Along the coasts, you can watch for majestic whales rising from the waves. To protect all this wildlife and scenery, Canada has set aside huge areas as national parks, like Banff and Jasper in Alberta, where turquoise lakes sparkle beneath snow-capped peaks. These parks help keep ecosystems safe for animals, plants, and future generations. The country's nature changes dramatically depending on where you go. There are dense forests, icy glaciers, frozen ice fields, and rocky shorelines stretching for thousands of miles. Whether you love the sound of birds in the woods or the sight of waterfalls crashing down cliffs, Canada's environment has something unforgettable. Canada is full of places that tell its story. In Toronto, the CN Tower rises high above the city, once the tallest building in the world. In Ottawa, Parliament Hill overlooks the river with grand buildings where Canada's leaders meet. Over in Quebec, Old Town feels like a step back in time, with cobbled streets and stone buildings from the 1600s. These landmarks show how Canada blends modern life with rich history. Get ready to be amazed by nature. Niagara Falls thunders with power as water crashes from above. The Rocky Mountains stretch across western Canada with snowy peaks and deep valleys perfect for hiking or skiing. In the northern skies, the magical northern lights dance in glowing colors of green, pink, and purple. These natural wonders are more than just pretty sights. They're unforgettable adventures waiting to happen. Canada's food is as diverse as its people. Try poutine, French fries topped with cheese curds and gravy. Or sample sweet treats like butter tarts and Nanaimo bars, rich with chocolate and creamy layers. Many areas also celebrate indigenous dishes made with ingredients like wild berries, salmon and bannock. One standout spot is Salmon and Bannock in Vancouver, a restaurant that proudly serves traditional indigenous foods in a modern setting. Whether you're in a city cafe or a snowy lodge, Canadian cuisine is all about comfort and flavor. There's always something to celebrate in Canada. Winterlude in Ottawa turns the city into a snowy playground. The Calgary Stampede is a wild rodeo with cowboy flair. In Toronto, Caribana bursts with music, dancing and Caribbean colors. And on Canada Day, July 1st, cities light up with fireworks and parades. These events show how Canadians celebrate with heart, joy and plenty of energy. Canada's culture is built on a deep foundation of Indigenous traditions and a proud spirit of multiculturalism. Long before modern cities, First Nations, Métis and Inuit peoples lived across this land, with their own languages, customs and stories. Today, Indigenous culture continues through powwows, art and language revival. Canada also welcomes people from all over the world, making it one of the most diverse countries on Earth. Walk through any city and you'll hear a mix of languages, English, French, and many others, while smelling spices from global cuisines. Canadians are known for being polite, respectful, and inclusive. One heartwarming story tells of a small town in Newfoundland where locals opened their homes to stranded airplane passengers after 9/11, offering food, showers, and friendship to total strangers. This mix of old and new, of traditions and new beginnings, gives Canada a culture that's kind, colorful, and always growing. In Canada, life can look very different depending on where you live. In big cities like Vancouver or Montreal, people ride subways, work in offices, and enjoy cafes after school. In rural towns or up north, life moves slower. Families may fish, farm, or snowmobile to school. No matter where they are, family and kindness are at the heart of Canadian life. Neighbors shovel snow for each other and say sorry, even when it's not their fault. In one small town, kids raised money to buy winter coats for classmates in need. Just one example of the big heart behind everyday life here. Canada's economy is powered by its natural resources, like oil, timber, and minerals. But it's also growing fast in technology and innovation. Cities like Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal are becoming tech hubs where new apps, games, and green ideas are born. Living costs can vary. Groceries and rent are affordable in smaller towns, but can be expensive in big cities. A carton of eggs might cost $4, while a short bus ride could be $3.50. Still, many museums and parks are free, and public transport makes exploring easy, whether you're a visitor or a local. Canada's story begins with its Indigenous peoples, who lived here for thousands of years, each with their own rich languages, traditions, and ways of life. In the 1500s, French and British explorers arrived, leading to centuries of colonization and change. In 1867, Canada became a country through a peaceful agreement called Confederation, uniting its first provinces. Over time, more provinces and territories joined to shape the Canada we know today. Modern Canada still works to honor its Indigenous roots while growing as a nation built on peace, cooperation, and diversity, values that continue to guide its future. Canada is a democracy, which means people vote to choose their leaders. It has 10 provinces and 3 territories, each with its own local government. The country is known for strong social systems like public health care and education. Canada also supports inclusive policies, welcoming refugees, protecting LGBTQ+ rights, and working toward fairness for all. While challenges still exist, Canada continues to grow as a place where many voices are heard and differences are respected. Planning a trip to Canada? Summer, June-August, is perfect for hiking and city exploring, while winter, December-February, brings snowy fun like skiing and skating. Canada is huge, so flying between cities is common. In towns, use buses or subways. Trains offer scenic travel too. Pack warm clothes. Even in spring, it can be chilly. Bring comfy shoes for walking and don't forget sunscreen. English is spoken almost everywhere, but in parts of Quebec, French is common. A few polite phrases go a long way. Canada is generally a very safe country for travelers. Cities are clean and people are helpful. Still, it's smart to stay aware in busy places. In nature, watch for wild animals like bears or moose. Never feed them and follow park safety signs. If you need help, dial 911 for emergencies. Hospitals offer good care, though visitors should have travel insurance. With a bit of caution and common sense, your adventure in Canada can be fun, safe, and stress-free. Canada takes pride in strong education. Kids attend public schools that are free and well-equipped. The country is also home to world-famous universities like the University of Toronto and McGill. Cities are known for being clean and organized, with reliable public transport like buses, subways, and streetcars. Even smaller towns usually have good roads and healthcare. Plus, Canada has fast and widespread internet access, making it easy for students, workers, and travelers to stay connected. From peaceful forests to glowing city lights, Canada is a country full of nature, kindness, and rich culture. You've seen its landmarks, tasted its treats, and met the people who call it home. Now it's your turn. What would you explore in Canada? The mountains? The festivals? Or maybe a cozy town full of snow? Tell us in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing journeys around the world.